Hey, you guys, come on in for another story time. Y'all, ain't I dressed up real nice for this story? But we're going to talk about some fighting. Before we get started, go ahead and click the bell for notifications. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and give the videos a thumbs up once you watch it. If you enjoy it, engage with me down in the comments, you guys. And hello to all the new subbies. Honey, I've been working overtime on this social media thing, you guys. So it's been growing and building on all the platforms, and I am super excited. And shout out to all my loyal people that's been here, that's been riding with me, y'all, since I was doing mukbangs on this place. For the new subbies, go ahead and watch some of the old videos that we got going on for story time. Binge watch it like you do the stuff on Netflix, you guys. So come on in here. You guys, I was thinking about this story today, and well, the other day actually, and burst out laughing, honey. Just bust out laughing. So this particular fight, I was always fighting people, but I promise y'all, I'm peaceful. I don't bother people for real. They just be coming for me, and I just have to handle my business, honey. You got to set the tone. So this one, I think I was probably like in the 5th grade. No, I think I was like in the 4th grade or something. And so y'all know your internet daddy Bear, honey. Rest in peace. For my new subbies right there, go on back and watch some stories about Baron, and then that's gonna be your internet dad. And then we're gonna say rest in peace again to Baron. So Baron, you guys, you know, I always say, y'all think I'll be lying. I'm so serious. I am not fabricating this thing. We ate beans every single day. And the only time we got like a variety maybe was a couple of times a month we had like some fried chicken or something like that. And we got our variety from school. So school lunch and school breakfast was top priority, honey. It was like the Rue Chris of our time, honey. That was delicate, fine eating that we used to do at the school. But the problem that we had a lot of times was breakfast was always free, but lunch you had to have a lunch ticket. Now we were low income, and I don't know if my mom or dad did fill out the paperwork, but at the beginning of the school year, they would give everybody like a little booklet full of meal tickets, lunch tickets that you can have. And then that gave your parents time to fill out the documentation. And then when they filled out the documentation and you got approved, then you would get a bigger book ticket, lunch ticket, where you could have lunch for the whole entire school. Well, for that quarter, and then it went on from there. So for some reason, I don't know why there was always an issue with us getting lunch tickets, and I know we was poor, honey. They really should have just not even had us fill out the form at all, and just really gave it to us, honey. We were poor, we looked poor, we dressed poor, honey. We was poor. Anybody that was in that school, for the most part, it was a inner city school. You already know it was an impoverished place, honey. And so this particular day, I was hungry. Now, I'm a breakfast eater. Tell me, are you guys a breakfast eater? Like, Tracy is not a breakfast eater. I'm a everyday eater. All meals eater. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks in between eater. I love to eat. So in the morning time, I'm looking for some breakfast. So guys, let me explain to you what I had on, honey. I don't know what my outfit was. I just remember I had this red plaid wool coat that came like to my knees or whatever, and me and Tracy were coming into the school, and when you come through the door you had to turn like left, no, you had to turn right to get to the cafeteria. So by the time we got in the building, I'm starting to pick up my pace and walking because I'm trying to get breakfast, and we had got like a little late start, and so I don't want them to close it down on me. And honey, I don't get my cereal and my fruit and stuff to get the day started, because then I'm gonna have a whole attitude. I already had ADHD and couldn't pay too much attention, so you could imagine what my mind was going to be if I was hungry. And I mean, my stomach was probably growling because I didn't eat them old funky beans your internet daddy was cooking the night before. I just wasn't gonna eat dinner because I ain't doing no beans. So I'm picking up the pace and walking, and there was a white boy. I want to say his name was Robbie. His name, because we didn't have a lot of white kids at our school, maybe 2 or 3 or something. It was predominantly black kids that was there. So his name was Robbie, and Robbie was in the same grade as me or whatever. So me and Robbie is coming around the corner, and he's like lightweight jogging. So I don't know why I felt the need to keep up the pace with him. And so he calls himself like, he saw me walking fast, and then he calls himself trying to jog because he's trying to jog and get in front of me to get in the line. And sometimes the line was like a little bit down the hallway or whatever, and you had to, lean on the wall and wait for the mean cafeteria lady to let you come in there, and she was going to argue and fuss at you a little bit. So I'm running, starting to not walk. I was starting to run, honey, for them Fruitios they was serving. They wasn't serving like tricks or nothing like that. These was some old bootlegs. But honey, Fruitios is just as good as Fruit Loops in my book, especially when you're poor and you're hungry. So I'm outrunning him now, and he gets pissed. So he kind of pushes me. And so I, still kind of running, but I pushed him back. So you guys, now mind you, I didn't have, by the time we got into school, I had unbuttoned my coat. So my coat is open. Baby, let me tell you something. Next thing you know, I'm like this. Boom. I'm like, what was that heavy impact? It was like my spine. If you ever seen them crash yard dummies in that car, they be like, goosh. Or if you see like a movie and they kick the person in the back, and then it'll show like their spine and the impact light is going down their spine. So next thing you know, my wool coat I wish I had a wool coat, y'all. Flew like whoosh. And I'm like, what happened? This boy had ran up and like monkey kicked me in the back. I said, wait a minute, sir. Let me tell you something. White people fight way different from black folks. Black people ain't like kung fu kicking people in the back. Now, black people will kick you while they're on the ground. You will get stumped, and if you're tussling with a black person, we good for taking our gym shoes and placing our gym shoes on the top of your head. I know your mama told you keep your feet on the ground, but there's certain instances you can have your feet up in the air. And so we're good for stomping you. And if you're on the ground and you're losing, then you can flare your legs, in a windmill factor, a windmill motion to keep the person from getting on top of you. That is how black people use their legs in a fight. But baby, it's something about white folks. They don't want to fight. They don't want to kick you down low. Honey, they want to kick you up top. I have never, and I've been here 52 some odd years, baby, and 52 years, in about 6 months or about 4 good months or whatever. Baby, I have never since then been kicked in the back. This boy, it's probably why my lower back ain't really right the way it is now. Baby, when I tell you, this boy, he must have ran back. Now, you was trying to keep up, but he must have ran back, y'all, and came running for. I didn't see it. Tracy didn't yell out, run. She didn't say nothing. I don't know if she's seen it. I don't know what has happened. Baby, all I know is he kicked me in my spine between the 4th and 5th disc. Honey, I could have had scoliosis at this point. I could have been like this in this video, baby. I said, what? So by this time, he kicked the hunger out of my stomach. I wasn't even hungry no more. I was like, yeah. So by this time, it's like, okay, Sherry, fight or just go on and get your food. Which one is it going to be? I can't let you kick me in my back. I could, but the lunch thing, the breakfast thing about to close in a little bit. So I said, oh, hecky no, honey. I turned around, and so he darts the other way. So I go chasing him, and by this time, some other kids come running down there to see. Baby, I got that little boy in that corner, and I tore tore his little tail up, baby. But what I was thinking in my mind, I can't be down here tussling with this boy for too long because we got about 10 minutes before that breakfast is over and I'm going to eat. And especially after I done exuded all my energy and whooping your head. So now when I was hungry, I'm super hungry. I'm famished. I'm starving, honey, right about now. My stomach was poking out like a daggone Ethiopian person, honey. So by this time, I whooped on him for about 5 minutes, and that gave me 5 more minutes to get down there to get breakfast. So I beat him up, pushed him in the corner, and I took off running, y'all. Didn't even take the wool coat off, baby. Ain't no worse than getting your head whooped by somebody in a wool coat. Anybody ever got beat up by somebody in a wool coat? It's just disrespectful, honey. So I took off running back around the corner. Girl, I don't know where Tracy was. She may have came and watched the fight, or Tracy may have said, this girl I always fight. I ain't got time for her. She gonna go around there, she gonna fight, she gonna win for the most part, and I'm just gonna get my breakfast, honey. So I whooped on that boy for about 5 minutes, y'all. Ran around the daggone corner, got my breakfast, buttoned my wool coat up, honey. Buttoned my wool coat up, and went and sat down and ate my breakfast. I gotta admit, my back was sore for most of the day, y'all. My back was sore, like right there in that, you know what a scoop part of your back was. I said, no, he didn't monkey fly kick me. Honey, so the moral of the story is, if y'all mess around and fight a white person, y'all better watch out because they will kick you at a high spot. And if they go back, they gonna run and kick you. Don't come near them folks when you fighting and tussling with them, honey. So after that, honey, I think that was the only white person I ever had a fight with. After that kick, honey, I ain't messing with them no more. And it was a surprise kick, honey. It wasn't no, we fighting and you kick me. This was out of the blue kicking. And it's like, you know what? I don't have time for that. I just wanted a simple breakfast. I got up on a peaceful note, you guys. But folks don't want to let me be great and let me be peaceful, you guys. Y'all, that is my story on today, honey. If that fool would have had a pair of kitten heel boots on, baby, I probably would have been paralyzed. I would have been paralyzed in a wheelchair at the force and the rate that boy had kicked me, y'all. Robbie, if I see you tell again, baby, I'm going to make sure I put on a stiletto shoe and I'm going to ask God to lift my thunder thigh up to take you out and kick you in your 4th or 5th disc in your back. You guys go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Give the videos a thumbs up. Engage with me down in the comments. It is now, well, this is probably going to post on Sunday. Maybe. Because last time I posted a video, you guys, the last one I posted took 24 hours for it to upload. Whatever. So you may get it on Sunday, you may get it on Monday, but one thing you know, you're going to get this video. You guys have an amazing week. Write out some goals and move forward with your life. And watch out for folks that's kicking people because it's dangerous out here. All right, y'all. Peace.